I am chatting with Carissa Brown for the Be Kind campaign. We would like to hear from her about I as Inspire in Be Kind. Who inspired you to be the best version of yourself?
Okay. So that's going to be a combination of people. I know you said who, but it's really hard to, when we think about our life's experiences, I can't really narrow that down to one individual person, because I feel if I narrow that down to one individual person, then in some ways slights some of the other people who have been really important and inspirational in my life. For me, that would be my great-grandmother, my aunt Ruby, my mother, of course, the women, the maternal side of my family, just, you know, those women who were strong, black women with really great work ethics, who were passionate about their families and doing great things for their families and providing for all of us, from grandkids to nieces and nephews and kids of their own. So, I mean, that is my core there. Just, you know, the women who raised me and were real influential in my life in that way. If in looking outward, outside of just, you know, my core circle, I would say that from a career perspective, Judge Joyce Warren, who is an Arkansas trailblazer here, I remember appearing before her in an issue in a family court matter, and just the way that she handled herself, you know, at the bench, and, you know, how compassionate she was. And she was a lot of my, for the most part, my inspiration for going to law school. She played a part in that. There are a couple of writers who I enjoy their body of work and just kind of their life stories. First and foremost, that'd be Maya Angelou, and then secondly, it would be Iyanla Vanzant. And Iyanla, because a lot of our stories kind of mirror each other, you know, and so because a lot of people don't know, but Iyanla Vanzant went to law school and is a trained attorney. I think she did not pass the New York bar, but nonetheless, she is a trained attorney. So, and a lot of people don't know that about her, but her trajectory, just, you know, kind of some of her experiences in her life, and then overcoming and surmounting those things, were real inspirational. So I'd say that group of really strong, a combination of strong, educated women who had great work ethic and passion for the people around them are the folks who inspired me.
What inspires you to do the best work in your career?
That comes from a place of having spent many years working, number one, in behavioral health, having had family members who were impacted by my aunt, who is recently deceased, ever since we were young, one of which she had a mental health diagnosis. And so through that, with that, comes that passion. For me, I've worked in this field, again, like I said, and I've had personal experiences from a family perspective that really inspires me. So when I see the population here, just the population that we serve, in addition to the population we serve, but the compassion and the selflessness that comes along with the people who provide care for them, that is the thing that pushes me and inspires me. Yeah, having been impacted by that on both sides of it.
How should we at ASH inspire each other?
So inspired to me is, okay, I think the best way to look at it is when we talk about encouragement. To encourage someone, or it requires an action or something verbal, where a lot of times when you're encouraging people, you're actually saying something to them. It's tangible. But I think that from an inspiration to me is the action in and of itself. Because when you're inspiring people, a lot of times it's just by kind of what they're looking at, the action. It's not something that you said to them per se. A lot of times they're really just watching what it is that what you're doing. And so I think how we do that here at ASH is from the Be Kind initiative, and from that perspective, it's really important in how you treat people, because we never really know what someone else is dealing with. You never really know what's going on, in their life in that moment, and you never really know what someone's history is, or what they've been through, or what they've come through. And so I think it's just really important to treat people how, not just how you want to be treated, but treating people well, because that's the right thing to do. And by doing that, and by our actions, when we're being kind, and when we treat people well, I think that you're inspiring others around you to absorb that energy, and it just continues to manifest and manifest and manifest.
Awesome. Thank you, Carissa.
No worries. Thank you.
A.D. Williams once said, "Imagine what 7 billion humans could accomplish if we loved and respected one another." Just imagine. Imagine if there was no greed. Imagine if there was no comparison. If everyone was running their own race, but cheering for all others at the same time. Maybe we'll never see that in our lifetime. But what we all can do is start with ourselves. Start with yourself. Choose to lift others up. Choose to set the example of kindness and integrity, the example of compassion and understanding. There's a quote that says, "No matter how educated, talented, rich, or cool you believe you are, how you treat people ultimately tells all." Integrity is everything. It really is. Who you are is far more important than what you have, and it will always be. Who you are is measured by how you make others feel. Be kind to each other. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Choose to be the change you wish to see in the world. Decide you will not wait for someone else. You will set the example. Be kind. Because you never know how much that person is suffering inside. You never know the difference your words can make, the difference your presence can make, the difference you can make to one human life. Be the reason someone believes in the goodness of humanity. Be the reason someone else decides to make a difference in others. Be the influence you want to see more of. Always do what is right, not what is easy in the moment. Kindness spreads like a virus. When you do good to another, that person does better to those they come in contact with. You really can make a big difference in the world today and every other day. Anne Frank said, "In the long run, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit." No one has ever made themselves great by showing how small another is. Be kind and always build others up to the best of your ability. Treat everyone with the same level of kindness that you would like for yourself. Not because everyone is nice, but because you are. Because karma makes no mistakes. Because it is right. Because you have integrity. Because you want this world to be better when you leave than when you arrive.